Hey everybody out there on YouTube land, it's George from the Elvis Vinyl Guy channel. Today I'm here with you to show one record I bought at full price, and I went to the CD warehouse with my daughter just to get out of the house. I had one day off, and they had a bunch of records under their bottom shelf that they sell for 20 cents a piece. And every third record you buy, the fourth one is free. So I got 4 of them free. So I just wanted to show you what you can get on the cheap. What I'll start. Okay, this one I can't show you the record because I actually have it on my turntable, but this is actually a really decent album. The Poussette Dart Band, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Real James Taylor-ish kind of rock, folk, I guess. I really liked it though. I had this record before and didn't realize what it was. I just bought it and sold it on eBay. But it's actually really good. So yeah, I'm glad to add this to the collection. All these were in great shape and they were only 20 cents a piece. Leif Garrett. You know what? I've never had a Leif Garrett album. I watched a documentary on him. And but he does some really cool songs, and you know what? I played this, and I do not mind it at all. It does not bother me. He does The Wanderer, which is no Dion and the Belmont song. California Girls, Put Your Head on My Shoulder, Johnny Be Good, Run Around Sue, That's All. I haven't listened to that yet, but I'm guessing that's the Bobby Darin, That's All. Special Kind of Girl, and Surfing USA, so I don't know. I thought it was decent. I liked it. It's on the Atlantic label. This is a cool band too. I really like this. Is some great 80s. This is a promo, Year Zero. I do not know this band. If you guys have any idea about what this band is, I mean, I listened to them. Just good 80s pop. This song Hourglass though has got some really good drums in it. I really appreciated that. It's on Chrysalis for promotional use only, white label. And it is a gold stamp promo on the bottom. From 1987, year 1 with the hype sticker. Or year 0. Apparently the Hourglass, Hypnotize, and Out to Play, which is the first 3 songs on side 1. And they're all great. So, glad to add that to my 80s stuff. Was really happy to see this. It's another Nicolette Larson album. I've got 2 or 3 of her albums, and every time I get them real cheap, but they're in really good shape. Very beautiful woman. You Send Me, a Sam Cooke song. I haven't listened to this yet. Come Early Morning, Last in Love by J.D. Souther. So I'm really excited to listen to it, which I will be. It's on Warner Brothers label in great shape. So, yeah. Really glad to welcome that to my collection for 20 cents. The next 2 albums are Juice Newton and Silver Spur. This is the group she was with before she really started coming out with her hits. I do believe Queen of Hearts was recorded as Juice Newton and Silver Spur, though. This is on Capitol. It's a Capitol reissue on the Green Capitol label. I have not listened to this yet. I did have Spurs album at one point in time that had Queen of Hearts on it. This is the other one I got. Now this is After the Dust Settles, previously released as a different number. So I'm taking it. This was originally released on the tan label RCA, and then this is on the black label RCA, which is like 78 to in the 80s. Yeah, because this came out in 76, so it would have been on the tan label. And then this is probably released in 78, 79, reissue and on the black label. So yeah. Some pictures of them on stage. Always cool to have early Juice Newton. This was cool to pick up. Never find this in really good shape, but England Dan and John Ford Coley. Some Things Don't Come Easy. This is England Dan is also Dan Seals, if you didn't know. Had some great songs in the 80s, country songs. But I haven't spun this yet, but I'm sure it's going to sound great. This is Disco Nights GQ. So I figured I'd give it see if it was, it's got Boogie Oogie Oogie and Disco Nights on it. So just giving it a check. Arista Records. If I don't like it, I'll put it in the yard sale. Or I'll just keep it. It's always cool to have some disco to go to on a party or something. This is cool to find. Billy Swan, I Can Help. I've never had this album. I've heard the song. Elvis recorded this. In fact, Felton Jarvis, which was one of Elvis's producers, actually wrote on the back here. So, yeah. About Elvis, actually. Said it has been said by many in the trade that Billy Swan is a cross between a country Ringo Starr and Elvis Presley. I don't think this is true. To me, Billy Swan is Billy Swan in modern day 50s. And it says, P.S. Dear Billy, I am still working on getting you a pair of Elvis's old socks. But, you know, you guys know the song I Can Help. And this is on Monument Records. And I added another album by Firefall. I love these guys. I have 3 of their albums. This one's Undertow, which I actually haven't checked, but I don't think I have Undertow. And if I do, oh well, I only paid 20 cents for it. Maybe, because 4 of them were free. But this is on Atlantic. If you haven't listened to Firefall, they're really, really good. You should give them a... They're like a softer version of, I don't know, Foreigner, I guess. They're not as rocky, you know, but this was cool. B.J. Thomas. Love me some B.J. Thomas with Don't Worry, Baby. It's sad. Sorry. It's sad to belong. Still the loving is fun and others. Oh, I kept the sticker on that one. 20 cents. But, you know, it's in great shape. It's on MCA. And I love Melanie. Garden in the City by Melanie. She's always got some really cool album covers. This one opens up, the city peels back, and then you got a picture of her with a guitar, and then the record comes out here. If you guys don't listen to Melanie, you really should. This is on Buddha Records. All of her stuff on Buddha is really good, but I've got other labels that she has recorded on. I think I've got some on Chelsea Records that Lulu recorded on the 70s. So, but no, her stuff's really, really good. Leo Sayer. I don't know anything about this album. I just bought it because it was 20 cents and it was in really good shape. It's on Warner Brothers, so I like Leo Sayer. I just haven't heard this album. And The Fortunes, That Same Old Feeling. This one's in some pretty rough shape, which I really didn't even realize. I just looked at the vinyl, saw it was in really good shape. It's on World Pacific label. I believe this is some kind of gospel rock or folk, but whatever. And the next one is Jay and the Techniques on Smash, Apple, Peaches, Pumpkin Pie. I don't know why they didn't have this. I mean, this is a pretty solid record. It's original, an early pressing or original pressing on the Smash label, and it's in great shape. Well, the cover is so white, no seam splits. I mean, I was really happy to add that to the collection. Barbra Streisand, Stony End. It's got a little bit of ring wear, but a little bit of shelf wear. Not too bad. The vinyl's great. All these were hardly played. They don't have hardly any markings on them, but this has got some songs written by Joni Mitchell, Gordon Lightfoot, Randy Newman, Harry Nilsson. So, you know, another Randy Newman, a Carole King song. So I like Barbra Streisand when she's not doing their sad pappy stuff, but she's actually very great, a very good vocalist. Plus, there's some Great musicians on here. Ron Tutt, which was Elvis's drummer. Larry Carlton, Eric Weisberg. Eddie Kendricks is on here. So why not? 20 cents, right? Last but not least in the 20-cent bin was Starburst, all original hits and stars. A 2-record set on what? My favorite, K-tel label. Look at that, James Taylor. You got Rick James, Andy Gibb, Bonnie Tyler, Robert Palmer, Nick Gilder, Johnny Mathis, and Denise Williams. But it's got, Shadow Dancing by Andy Gibb, Boogie Nights by Heatwave, It's a Heartache by Bonnie Taylor, 2 Out of 3 Ain't Bad by Meatloaf. That was cool. Get Off by Foxy, I Can't Stand the Rain, Eruption, Baby Hold On by Eddie Money. So, hey. And they're just beautiful mint condition. So I don't really use the word mint a lot, but those records seriously don't look played. And the only thing I paid full price for, well, I didn't actually even pay full price. I still had like $9 of trade-in credit, so I think I paid $6 for this because it was $15.98, and that's the new reissue of Garage Days. What's really cool is I didn't realize this, but when they reissued this with the original hype sticker, I had one that had a hype sticker that kind of looked like that. This one says different stuff on it, but they also released a long box CD. They released a cassette, and they released a regular digipack CD. So I'm going to get the long box CD, and they're very cheap. The long box CD was $10.99, and the cassette was $9.99. So yeah, I want to buy those. I would love to have those. It was in a black polyline sleeve with the Metallica label. Blackened, I guess, records. I believe Blackened is the label that's doing all these reissues, I think, or one line of them. So yeah, real stoked to get that. All right, that's it. If you got any comments, leave them down below. Let me know if you know any of those artists that I didn't know about. And, subscribe if you haven't already.